Tonight we're going to celebrate a little bit, and we'll talk about whatever's in the chat. And we'll also talk about a few things that, we're going to talk about no limits. So that's going to be part of it. We might get a different mix of people in tonight. You just never know on a live, okay? This one's not going to be as long as 2 hours. I can't go that long. My voice won't make it, but we can maybe do an hour if we need to. So we'll go from there, okay? And we're going to wait a while. Normally the first minute or two, nobody's here. It just takes them a while to know that I'm out there. I've got a couple friends that are in the middle of lives right now. But I want to get this live done before 8:30 or 9. But we'll see. You just never know how it's going to go. The phone is pretty charged up again. So we're in pretty good shape that way. Had a great live this afternoon. We got some victories to talk about. But they're just building stone type things. Welcome in. Somebody has just put the first like. Thank you so much. We're going to have a little different topic. I do every single live. We do something a little different. We were teasing JD over in another room and having a good time with that. I see we got 1 or 2 people in here already. We're going to be talking about celebration and how you properly celebrate certain things. Because guess what? With this channel, we're going to have many markers. Once we monetize, we're going to have many markers of celebration. And we are not going to be shy of it. The world in USA just wants you to trot along your whole life and not celebrate anything. Maybe celebrate your birthday or Christmas. But other than that, they don't want you to celebrate anything. That's because they can control you better that way. No, this channel has a mission. There's a mission statement to this channel, and we are allowing God to be in this channel too. We can also answer questions in the comments, and I have many times. I've already had some people say, why do I believe in God? And we've gone through some of that. So it's all good. I'm going on tonight because we're testing out. I've been on before at night. We're testing out different ways people from America can get involved. We're going to do some morning ones. We may be going to town tomorrow, so I don't know if it'll be tomorrow, but maybe Friday or Saturday we'll do a morning one and see if we can have more people from America join in, or people are just getting up in the morning over there in America and they could catch me in the evening here, because we're looking at about 7:30 here in the evening right now. And it's probably 6:30 on the East Coast, 5:30 is Central Time. Whereas in the afternoon, unless you're on the West Coast or Hawaii, you're not going to be joining in unless you're working overnight and you've got time to get on your phone. So that's kind of what works. But we're here. This is a channel that we're going to help others. Once we have the opportunity to do it, we're going to make all the planning ahead of time. And we're going to talk about it once people get in here. We've got a couple likes. We've got Christian. Welcome on in, Christian. It's lovely to have you in here. Just got on. Haven't been on that long, only 2 or 3, 4 minutes. And we're going to talk about celebration tonight, because as this channel grows and we're putting no limits on God, we are going to move forward and be able to help a lot of people. And we're going to celebrate with the people that are getting the help. And we're going to take video of it and everything else. And then we're also going to have celebration ourselves for what's happening. And so we can keep everybody in tune. And it's going to end up being people from around the world all coming together on this. In the last 6 days, we've had 125 subs in just 6 days. And a couple of those days I had no internet. So it's just amazing. And these last couple, 3 or 4 lives, I've had one live where I had over 40 subs in a live. I had, a lot of people want to hit like, but they don't always want to do the subs. So there's some things we're doing right. I'm getting better. And this time of night, I can't do it outside. If people want me to do it outside, it's dark. The cars are going fast. I can't do that. Hi, Marjorie. It's awesome to have you in here. We're just talking tonight about, the things that we're going to do in the future, but also about celebration. I think a lot of people that don't have that much going on in their lives have a tendency to not celebrate things enough. There's some things in your life that are well worth celebrating. And when we hit certain markers and certain goals on this channel in the future, we are going to celebrate it. And we will find creative ways to make it so some people, even in the chat and stuff, can get involved with the celebrating. Right now, I'm retired in the Philippines. My wife is in the other room with her daughter, Hannah. And what I'm doing right now is we're doing a live stream, and we're just right now I'm in the planning stages of what's going to happen with this channel. We've gone from 10 subs to 325 in just 5 weeks. And really the last week, we've done almost 150 subs. So things are taking off. We're working on the watch hours with all the videos, and we keep adding more. And yes, I'm living in the Philippines. I was in America. We came here back in August of last year because both me and my wife were retired, so we sold everything off. We had some stuff over here, and we shipped some things over. But the things that we did not need for Philippines, we got rid of. Whether it was give it away, sell it, make money, of course, and different things of that nature. So starting over, kind of. And I love it here in the Philippines. I'm doing really well. Hey, you're back. That's awesome, Nang Poo. I'm glad you're able to get in. Lovely. I'm glad you're in here. I try to support your channel. Thank you for supporting. Lovely could get into this. Lovely, you like to celebrate stuff. So, that's something that we're talking about tonight, about celebration. As things move forward and they start jumping forward like they have been the last 4 or 5 lives, and like and subscribe, everybody. I'm telling you right now, we are going to do some great things in here. It may not look like it right now because we're not monetized, but we got to do the planning ahead of time. Because when this thing explodes, and it's already exploded the last 4 days, it's been crazy. I had one where I have a little bit of Tagalog, I know. I can slow down my English a little bit. I just know the basic words of Tagalog and a few phrases of Bisaya. But I'm starting to learn. I have some people that want to train me. So we're going to get better at it, okay? And I have a good heart. And if I'm speaking English too fast, I can slow down. Yeah. I'm excited today, okay? I'm sorry about that. Even today, when we had a really good conversation about forgiveness and forgiving yourself for your mistakes, and also talking about feeding kids in Malawi. But I didn't think we had very many subs. We didn't have a lot of likes. We had some, considering I had 81 or 84 the other day. This afternoon was like 36. But as it turned out, we had 16 subs, and there was so many people that left me comments in my videos. And that's what I told them to do, is that they want to connect with me in a little bit further way, they can contact me there, because I can leave them a nice long comment and get back with them. So it's been very good. Thank you for the subscription. I love it. We're going to help others. We're going to help kids in Philippines. Some adults will get help too, of course. We'll try to do a little bit of Christian counseling on that. And we'll also have it where, as this gets bigger and bigger, we're going to be able to help Africa more, because I got 2 sources to already send money to Africa through. But we may find a few other things in Africa that'll work. I would love to do water wells. Sorry, I'm getting over a cold and I'm almost out of it. It's been really great today compared to the other days. But if you see me covering my mouth, hang on for just 5 seconds and I'll be okay. It's just been kind of a terrible little cold there. I haven't liked it too much. But nobody likes to be sick. Okay, you need to go now, Nang Poo. Okay, that's great. Thank you for coming in. It's night already here. Yes. I am in the Philippines, and right now, except for Australia and New Zealand and Antarctica, there's nothing really later than what it is right now. We are at about 7:30, 7:40 in the evening here. I really can't see the clock here, but it's between 7 and 8 p.m. here, and yeah, and I'm glad you were able to stop by, Shamrock. I know that you're in the shop. You just listen the way you can. You can watch Shamrock. Evenings will work for you, but mornings are going to work for you too. I'm not going to do mornings every day, but I promise if we're not going to town tomorrow, I will do a live at about 9 o'clock my time here, which problem with that is it might be too early for you because that would be what, like 3 in the morning, or I don't know how many hours back behind you are. But yeah, yes. And yeah, you're already in the Philippines. That's fantastic, Marjorie. I'm in northern Mindanao, really close to the ocean. Yeah, and well, the sky is black right now. We are completely dark. And we will do some of that. I have no problem with doing that some other time. There's right now we got a vehicle right outside of our house that's dropping people off and different things. So yeah, it's fine. We'll go outside sometime with the when it's sunny or anything. We can go outside, but I can only go so far, and then the Wi-Fi is going to run out, and then the live will cut off. So I've got to be careful how far from the house I go. I don't have a Filipino plan, and there's a reason for that. First of all, the Filipino plans eat up data quick, and I'm using lives, which is going to eat a lot of data. I'm also loading a lot of videos that eats a lot of data. Third, I got my dad and my sister and my brother in Michigan, and I've got about 40 friends in Missouri that want to talk to me on the phone. And if I get a Filipino plan, I can't talk to them. So we are staying on the American plan with this phone, which means I've got to stay fairly close to the house to do lives. But in the future, as the channel takes off, we got more money and different things, then I can have a Filipino phone when I'm out when we're out helping and somebody's taking video of everything. We can do that out there and then come back here, and then I can do lives at both places. I can do lives out at the events we go to, and we can do lives here. But for right now, while building the channel, I prefer not to incur that expense right now. Yeah, it's love it. You live in the Bicol region. Okay. Well, I know where Bicol is because our friend Faye in America was born in the Bicol region. So, and she's told me about that region. And yeah, it's quite a ways from here, but that's okay. We're at least in the same country, right? And that's good. I'm not 8,000, 9,000 miles away. So at least closer. And then you know that I'm going to do great things in the Philippines. And as things expand, we're going to do stuff in Africa. If I get connections in Thailand, I just heard somebody is trying to find out. There's a medical team that goes around Philippines doing different surgeries and stuff. We may get involved with that as things get bigger and bigger. And I just want to celebrate whoever comes in, like and subscribe. Okay. This is a quickie night one. My voice will probably only hold out for an hour at the most. I really don't see us going 2 hours tonight. I did go over 2 hours this afternoon, and we had a great conversation. And yeah, it's I'm glad, Margie, you can make it in. I will check your site later. I think I've already subscribed to you before. If not, leave a comment in my videos. I've got 165 videos, and there's going to be 2 more because the live from this afternoon and this evening will pop up by tomorrow morning, and they'll be public, and you can rewatch or leave comments there too. Yeah, and so what's this? Yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to do that now. I would, but that's okay. We get some strange comments like me being in World War II. I'm not that old. World War II vets now are like 104 years old, so that's okay. And it's probably not begging money. A lot of this stuff is just programmed. Some of it's just people that have nothing to do. If they want to put something in productive, that's great. I guess I'm going to have, I think I'll make, I've seen Marjorie in here before, so we'll do this real quick. I added a bunch of moderators earlier today, this afternoon. I'll add a couple more tonight. If that isn't bad enough, that's just goofy talk. But if it gets something that's bad or really negative, you're welcome to either time them out or just remove the comment or both, whatever you want to do. But just keep any positive things or just goofy things like grandpa, leave it alone. I'm used to being called grandpa, Santa Claus, just about everything else here. So that's fine. Yep. And then, but we're going to be doing great things with this channel. And I'm not worried about the fake messages that way. The people that are in here, it's going to be awesome. Yeah. So, yeah, whatever that is. No, we don't need that. I got plenty of those right by the house, by the way. That's pretty cool. But yeah, welcome to the people that are coming in. Like and subscribe. With me, I'm kind of spontaneous, so sometimes we go from subject to subject, but we're going to be helping a lot of people. And my declarations and my prayer is that this is going to catch on fire all over the place. We don't have that much United States yet because I've been doing my lives at the time where they're sleeping. I'm going to try to do some more morning ones once in a while and do some maybe in the later evening at times when I'm feeling totally up to stuff. I'm about 85%. My cold is almost gone. Just a little lingering cough. And but we're going to move on and keep moving. Right now, the watch hours are starting to expand. We've gained in the last 6 days. We've gained almost 130 subs. We're up to 325. It's probably higher because there's been a couple people already that said they've subbed. So we're going to be higher after this live. And the subs are important just for our baseline. Obviously, the more videos I can put on, the more lives I do, and everything else that builds up the watch hours. We got to get watch hours. I'm going to start doing some other things here later in February and in March that will increase the watch hours also. I've also had people start sharing the lives. And believe it or not, on some of the lives, I've had hundreds of views on some of the lives. I think there's like 5 or 6 of the lives that are at like 300 or 400 views and maybe more. And so if we're getting that kind of views on hour-long, 2-hour-long videos, that's really good. So that's going to help watch hours too. Yeah, I probably look like a lot of people, especially when I've got a bald head, but that's okay. We just move forward. I got lots of people that love me. Nope, I'm not rich. By American standards, I'm not rich at all. But in Philippines, I'm comfortable. But we have bills just like everybody else. And we have things we want to pay off. And so, yeah, we do what we're going to do. Yeah, well, I'm a little bit bald, let's put it that way. I know there's pranks out there. And you're going to get this kind of stuff. I've had quite a bit of it this afternoon, and I ignored it. But I also made a lot of people moderators. We've been trying to make some more moderators because some of the people I made moderators can't come in the evening. And then sometimes they're not there in the afternoon. So I have to I don't want to do it like other ones do, where somebody made too many moderators. I was just in a channel late this afternoon, and they gave moderator to somebody that decided to wipe the whole room out and timed out the room. The only person that could override that was the person that actually was running the channel, and she had to go into the settings and do all kinds of stuff to get all the messages popping back up again. So you don't want to give moderator to everybody because somebody might do something stupid. But the ones that come back and they know that I'm a good person, I'm going to do that for them. So if that's something you want to do, you can tell me. And hey, Tita Marie, it's nice to see you. It's nice to see everybody else in here. I'm not ignoring your comments. Cooperette, that's nice. Yep, the other ones, I love everybody in here. I'm getting better at reading the comments. I can see them better at night. There's a lot of glare sometimes in the afternoon, especially if it's sunny. Today it was cloudy and rainy a little bit, so it wasn't so bad. Good evening. Who is this? We got somebody new. Hey, Val Mars. Well, that might be. There's a couple people that have multiple channels, but it could be somebody I know. Sounds familiar for some reason. Welcome in. Welcome, everybody. We're talking about celebration today. Yes, I have a fairly decent-sized family compared to Filipino style. No, I don't have a huge family on my family side. But I still have family alive in Michigan. And of course, Mila has family over here in the Philippines. And some of it's here, some of it's spread out in other areas of Philippines. And we'll be visiting that in the future. Yeah, thank you. Is that Highlander? Yeah, thank you, Highlander, coming in. I appreciate everybody that's stopping in. We're going to be doing, for the people that are new, because we've always got new people. When you're building a channel, having new people is good. Because some of them are going to want to stick around and see other lives. They'll also maybe want to see the videos and see what's going on. We're going to be helping people. I've been helping people for 15 years now, and not in big ways yet, except for Africa. I was able to raise a lot of money for Africa. But we're going to raise money through YouTube because it costs nothing to start a channel other than my phone plan that I'm already paying for. And I can always charge my phone up. I got a fairly new phone, Android, so it's not going to wear out anytime soon. And I've already got a few people that are kind of pegged to be helping me. Once we monetize and are able to go help people, we're going to take videos. We're going to show proof that we're using part of the money that comes in from YouTube to help others. And between tithing and the helping others, I'm hoping to get all the way up to like 60 or maybe even 65% of the money will go towards helping others. And then some other section of the money will go towards me traveling to Africa or some other country in the future. Because you don't know how big this could get. You know, there's people that don't even believe in God, and they've got YouTube channels that are pulling in huge amounts of money per month. Maybe not right at the beginning, but they're doing quite a bit now. So we don't know where this is headed. All I know is I'm not putting any limits on God. So we're gonna start out small, and as we have to expand, we're gonna expand. And people that are close to me or here in Philippines that can come and help me, we will talk and see if there's some of those people that, I know I have at least, I had 325 as of before I went live. There could have been a correction, of course. Some of the old subs, you just never know if their accounts, YouTube says they're duplicates or whatever. You never know. But yeah, we're somewhere between 317 and maybe above 325. I don't know. But that's fine. We're building. Yep, we're going up. And that's a great thing. We're celebrating. Because 6 days ago, I was at 190. 6 days ago, I was at 190. And now we've gone up, at least, 130, 140 subs in 6 days. And like 35 of those were in one live alone. So like and subscribe. We're going to help a lot of people. And the building part is the part that some people don't want to do. I was scared to get in front of the camera the first couple times. But after that, I've been fairly comfortable. And so we just keep on moving on, right? Live to another day. We're going to keep on pushing forward. And when this gets really going, it's going to be exciting because we're going to celebrate some goals. We're going to celebrate some wins. Wins are going to be this. Anytime we help people out there with some of the money that comes in here, that's a win, okay? Because it's money I didn't have before we started, okay? and we're not going to waste people's money. We're going to make sure that we're not going to be one of those channels, and there ain't too many, but there's a few channels that make promises and then they don't ever help anybody or do anything. So, hello, I'm on live. So you guys, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm getting better, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love you guys. Now, you have a good night, okay?
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I got a little bit of a cough, but otherwise I'm fine. I got kids outside the window that are trying to, and it's pitch dark outside, so you can't see them on the camera, but they're just wondering if I'm doing okay. So that's good. And yeah, it's, I don't know exactly what the time is here. I think it's just before 8 o'clock. I know it's not quite 8 p.m. yet. I don't think so. But yeah, you guys take it easy, and I'll see you soon, okay? I'll see you tomorrow maybe. So I can go outside then. Yeah. And what do we got here? Yes, I do. Yes, my wife is in the other part of the house. The reason why I closed the door is because I get talking loud and they want to watch TV and everything else. So my wife knows I'm building a YouTube channel. She don't really understand it or anything. But once it actually starts coming to fruition, she'll realize what's going on. And I'll have a team that we can go out and help people. I've already done some planning. Oh, 7:44. Thank you for that. I knew it was sometime after 7:30. I don't have a watch on me, and when my phone is in live mode, I don't have a clock that I can just look at. I know certain parts of the world, how far back they are. And of course, I got people in the Philippines here. We're first going to help people in the Philippines because I've already got a feeding program that I'm going to be part of. And we're also got a couple other connections here we're checking into. I want to check into an orphanage that's in Iligan City. I want to see if it's functioning, see how many kids they have, and see what they need. That way we have the plans in place. When money starts coming in, we can start helping people right away. And I had somebody ask me earlier today, how are you going to prove that you're doing something? Well, first of all, we're going to show the people we're doing it with. We're going to take the phone out. We're going to get video. And it ain't going to be fake AI stuff. This is going to be real, get down and help people type thing. And then we have a small house here in the Philippines. We do not have a big house. It's comfortable. It was bought a long time ago before me and my wife even met. So we are not living that way. Philippines, we're comfortable, and that's good enough. On YouTube, you don't give much personal information, so we're not going much further than that. Oh, I'm glad Australia is in the house. Once you start doing the YouTube channel, you're going to find out that they're watching. They're watching. I don't know how much they watch the comments, but they watch the content. I talked to one channel where they kind of crossed the line. They were goofing around over by the beach, taking some video they shouldn't have been taking, and YouTube shut them down for a while. They got guidelines, and they're going to watch them. Here, we're going to keep it positive. I don't think they have anything against helping others or being positive. So hopefully we will be fine. And you don't have to worry about me being down at the beach sunbathing because I'm sheet white, and I love to get a little sun, but I cannot lay out in the sun. I am lighter than the camera shows. I'm only 250 pounds and I'm about 6'3". So I'm not that heavy really for my height. Yes, I love the culture in the Philippines. I love the people. I've been here 6 months, but I've been around Filipino people in America for 22 years. So I kind of know how they function. People here like to be loud. They like to sing. Kids love to dance. They dance and sing, but they really like to dance. And the people are here open to God. That doesn't mean they really believe in God, but they are open to it. And so you can talk to them. And if you're respectful and kind, they will let you a little bit into your life. In America, they might slam the door in your face. Here, they give you a shot, especially if you're going to be a nice person. I have 4 people that call me dad that are adults, and I have one daughter, Divine Grace, in southern Cebu. I'm not the biological father, but when she was 1 year old. Her dad had already abandoned her before that. And she has a mom and grandparents and other family at the house that are taking care of her. But I've helped support her and gave her love as a dad for the last 8.5 years. So, hello. It's nice to see you, Anna. I'm glad you're able to make it in. I'm doing more evening lives and morning lives in the future to kind of suck in some American crowd and still get Philippines and Africa and kind of get a mix of everything. I'm 64 years old. I don't mind saying my age. I'm pretty active. I've had a cold the last 3 or 4 days, and we've had more subs than we've ever had added during when I'm sick. But I don't like being sick, so we're going to keep adding subs while I'm healthy, okay? I'd rather not have a cold for the next 8 weeks. So let's say the cold's going away, so I'll be fine. Yeah, I forgot my water. That's okay. I'll go get it in a little bit. I'll do that shortly. I've got some tea. That'll get me through. Yeah. Oh, that's great. Yeah, it's awesome, Anna. We've had all kinds of new people, so I'm trying to remember names and do what the people did this afternoon. Thank you for liking. We're already far ahead on likes already compared to this afternoon. We did have 36 likes, but we had a lot of subs. But people were coming in and out. We had a lot of people checking the channel out this afternoon, and we've already had quite a few people stop in tonight. We're going to do a lot of good things, and not going to make promises we don't keep. But I am going to tell you one thing. I have big dreams for this because I've learned through the church that we had in Springfield, Missouri, and from other ministries that you don't put limits on God. If I was to say we're only going to get $500 a month from YouTube and that's all we're ever going to have, that's way too low. I mean, I've seen some YouTube videos of people that had their first monetization once they got fully monetized, and they were making $1,000 to $2,000 a month. So we ain't gonna put no limits. If God wants to make this channel 3-4 years from now, and we're pulling in $6,000-7,000 a month or something, we're gonna go out there and we're gonna help a lot of people. I was worried about that. Just hang on a second. It's all coming up at once right now. Sorry about that. Yeah, so my favorite food in the Philippines is chicken adobo or pork adobo. I love those. This cold has been a nasty one. It's been kind of hard to shake. If I could just get the phlegm out of the back of my throat, I'd be fine. I have a little spot right here that's real tender. And when I get a cold, it wants to hit that spot. But otherwise, I'm doing fine. We'll be even better tomorrow because I slept good last night. Thank you, Anna, for putting that in there. I've only lived in the Philippines for 6 months. I think 6 months would have been a couple days ago, 3-4 days ago. So we're heading towards 7 months in the Philippines. Love it here. I get along with the people great. But fighting through tough times. Okay. Well, I'll give you 3 things I do. There's more, but this go over 3 basic ones. And these seem simple, but most people will not do them. I don't know why. The first one's very simple, and you don't have to write it on paper or nothing. You can do it up here. As long as you're not 80 or 90 years old and you've lost your mind, as long as your brain's working, count the blessings that are in your life. When things are going tough, the devil wants to say everything negative. But there's some positives that are still going on. Yes, I'll have good health. It's just a cold. I have no flu, no fever, and I did sleep better last night. I went way over 2 hours this afternoon, and my voice is kind of like, that's okay. We're going to do one this evening anyway. We're going to tell the devil to get out of the way, right? We're going to move on through and we're going to get her done, right? We're going to have more people get exposed to me. And the way to do that is to have some evening and morning lives occasionally. They need to see what's going on. Even the people that know me in Springfield, Missouri, as far as I know, I've had a couple people connect with me on my actual subs, but they haven't showed up to any of the lives unless they're sitting in the background watching. And they could be doing that. And that would be great. Yes. So whatever, we're in northern Mindanao in Philippines. And it's awesome. We're in the province, but we're fairly close to Iligan City, so I can get to Iligan City easily. And yeah, when it gets tough, I like to count my blessings, whether it's on paper. If you're a person that has to see it on paper, write them down. If you can do it in your head, do it in your head. If you want to declare them, you can declare them. Another thing, if you're going through a really tough time, prayer is going to be something important. I am getting better at prayer. I wasn't doing very good at it for a while. I ignored it. But I realized we got to have it. And so I've had to pray for some people in here. Plus, I've been praying when the live is over with. And so we're starting to do that. So it's one of them things that when you're going through a tough time, if you have a friend that you can count on, please take the problem to them. They may have a solution that you never thought of. If you don't have that, then you're going to have to do prayer, count your blessings, and pray for strength to get through whatever's going on, and maybe some wisdom. Because sometimes God can bring somebody in your life and gives you an idea how to get out of it, okay? We've all had storms. It says in the Bible that the rain in the Bible in this verse means problems or difficulties. And so rain falls on the just and the unjust. So that means people that believe in God and people that don't believe in God are going to have the storms of life come once in a while. Yeah. And I like to pick this up and look at the comments. Marjorie, mine's, there you go. That's cool. Okay, you go and you leave and you can watch the next day. It's fine. Thank you for coming in, Marjorie. That's amazing. I'm really blessed to have you in here, and it's awesome. And yeah, it's one of those things where life is good, and we got a lot of people out on the streets tonight. So yeah, I gotta go. I got live on. Yeah, you got a lot of people that know me in the neighborhood here. They know where I live, and when I got the light on in here, they can see me. Even though the glass is tinted, that only works during the day. At night, they can see me like clear as glass right through the glass. So the tinting don't work at night. It's one of them things where being in Philippines, the people, I believe in God running this channel. As long as I do my due diligence, okay? Due diligence means I'm not lazy. Let's say I get up in the morning and I go, I don't want to do a live. Let's wait till this afternoon. Then that afternoon comes, the phone's kind of low on charge. Maybe I've been goofing around on other channels or whatever. I got to charge the phone. Then all of a sudden, my wife wants me to go do this, so I'll go do that. And then 2 days later, I don't even do a live yet. Well, that's not due diligence on building the channel. We want to help people. And if I take 3, 5, 7 days off, not working the channel, that could really hurt the channel unless God wanted me to take that kind of rest. So, when we're building, we've got to build it. And then we're going to maintain it and keep it going further, keep pushing it further. But the thing is, as we get momentum going, it'll be easier. Because I've already got people in Africa excited. I've already got some people in different countries that are showing up on my analytics. We seem to have more men than women in here, but I don't see that. The last 3 or 4 lives, I've seen quite a few women in here. So I think women want to help other people. So I don't know if they're accurate about that. Maybe it's because of some of my early lives was mostly men, but who knows? They know what's showing up on the videos and who's looking at the videos. But I believe God is with this channel. I've always seen it growing, but it's really grown the last 6 days. Thank you for liking and subscribing. If you want to be connected to helping other people and feeling good in your heart, make sure that you get hooked up. Because guess what? Even if you don't give, God already said, if you're supportive of what's happening and you really care about what we're doing, and for some reason you can't give money, you're still going to be connected to the help we give out there. And God's still going to take into consideration what your heart was about this, doing these outreaches. Because that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing a lot of outreaches. It's not right now, but it's coming. Be believing for it, right? Yes, I'm doing okay, Chuck. Yeah, that's really good for you. Thank you so much, Chuck. Chuck is up in Canada, and he's been a really nice friend. I've been kind of hitting a lot of the channels that he likes, and I like those channels too. And so we've kind of connected, and I've been able to catch one of his lives, actually two of them, but I think I really caught one earlier. And I caught one a little bit longer, and I did one this afternoon. I knew that evening time he might be able to catch me. And we're going to be doing some more, Chuck, we're going to do some more evening lives. We're going to do a couple morning lives to try to catch some Americans, especially when they're waking up in the morning. Morning, catching them the night before. You know what I meant. I'm thinking about evening lives when morning lives. Morning lives, I'll be catching them at a time where they're maybe before dinner time. So yeah. Anna. Anna, there's so many things. I'm a kind of a layered person. I'm far from perfect, but I'm a caring person. And caring people can't stand to see stuff going on where people need help, like the church. They're only feeding 150 kids once every 2 or 3 months. Sometimes it's less than that. So they're not getting that much money in for missions, so they're not taking it out of tithes, so they're not helping many kids. They did it once last month, but I've been here 6 months, and that's the only time I've seen them doing it. So they may be going 4 or 5 months without helping anybody. I want to get it to the point where we're feeding some real kids, and we're doing a little bit of Christian prayer with some people and different things, and then it just expand it from there. And now I've got a lady that wants me to check into a medical thing that they have here in Philippines where they do free doctor care and things like that for unprivileged, underprivileged children here and stuff and all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to get a team together, but I don't need a team right now. I can do a lot of the planning myself at the moment. But anybody that's in Philippines here or in Africa for the future can give me ideas. I have through Eagle Heights Worship Center, which is eaglezone.org in Springfield, Missouri. And that's the church I went to Africa with back in 2019. And they're connected to like 1,000, I think it's like 80 or 90 churches in like 6 different countries in Africa. And we also have a school in the Nairobi slums. We have 2 orphanages now in the Nairobi slums, I do believe. And so I want to give money to that. So that money is going to go towards that too, to hit Africa. And I want to go back to Africa. If I stay healthy enough my yellow fever vaccine is good for another 3.5 years. So I can go to Kenya anytime between now and the beginning of 2029. So I definitely want to get this channel rocking so that I can go back to Africa and actually see those kids in person. They're going to go, oh, it's the Candy Man. Because I bought soda, candy for them back when I was there before. And they're going to want to see me. Some of them are going to be a lot older. Back when I seen them in 2019, a lot of the kids were between the ages of maybe 3 or 4 to about 10. Well, now, of course, when I come 7, 8, 9 years later, the ones that were 4 are now 13, and the ones that are others are in their early 20s. So it's going to be crazy. And of course, there'll be some new kids. They're bringing in new kids as they have to. And they try to make more room for that. So we're going to be doing some different things. And if I can find an orphanage around this area that needs help, we're going to give to that quickly. That'll be something that'll happen quick. If they check out, I'll pretty much know when I get there whether or not they're going to check out, because I will talk to a few local people and find out what's really going on. Filipinos are pretty good about being open about things like that. So, and I'm kind, and I tried to lower my voice when I mean really soften my voice. That's what I meant when I'm around people that have not met me before, because I'm big, I'm tall, and I'm kind of intimidating to somebody that might be a little shy to that. Thank you for the subs. I really appreciate it. I'm telling you right now, if you sub to me, I'm real. Okay, I've had many people that have come in here for the first time. Thank you for the likes and subscribes. You come in here, I'm real. I'm not fake. Sorry, I'm not going to put makeup on. Now, I do try to position myself where the light is not too bad. I used to sit down there, and when the light on, you can't even see my face. So we're not doing that. But I'm real. I'm a real person. And if you don't believe me, you are welcome to come and visit me. You will see me in the flesh. That's what you really want to do. Get over here to Northern Mindanao, and you can do that. I don't have a problem with it. I love making new friends. And, I'm not going to be, I make friends with the locals here. So I like to be around people. So, yeah. And Marjorie, that's awesome. It's nice of you to say. Yeah, I know you scrolled into a video, and the next thing you know, you've been sucked into my channel, and that's okay, because this channel is going to be used for good. And part of the topic tonight is celebrating. If you ever had somebody have a surprise, and all of a sudden, I had a friend one time that got a really nice car, a used car for free. Somebody gave them a used car, and it was in decent shape. They didn't have to really do any work on it. And they were so excited. Well, there's 3 different ways you can react to that, okay? The first one is, why can't that ever happen to me? Wrong reaction. That was no good. Because the problem is, if you celebrate with them, that's the second option. You celebrate with them about their victory. They got a blessing that nobody could have done except without God being in it, right? You celebrate with them. That makes it open for what you may have been praying for in the future and could come into your life. And the other one, of course, is that you want to, especially if it's a close friend, you not celebrating it is going to make them very upset, because if you had something that was a surprise and was great in your life, if they're real friends, they're going to celebrate with you. So really the only good answer out of the whole thing is you need to celebrate with them and not go, I wish I had that. No, your needs are different anyway. So you need to be praying for what you need and be diligent enough where God can use somebody to bring it to you, okay? This channel, like I said earlier, if I just got lazy, let's say I had 2 videos on there after 5 weeks. Do you think I'm really doing it, working the channel very hard? No. Now, I got lucky. The very first day that I started the channel, we were over at the waterfalls at Maria Cristina Falls, got some videos and pictures there, and was able to kind of get started. But after that, I've been adding 2 or 3 videos a day, even on Sunday. And so I'm now up to almost 170 videos, okay? I need more long videos. I've only got about 7 or 8 or 9 of them, but I'm getting a lot of views on those too. So we are, after 5.5 weeks, can anybody guess, without looking in my description, if you've already looked in the description, you can't guess. Well, you can guess, but can you kind of guess how close, where we are on how many views? Because anybody that's been on a YouTube channel for any amount of time knows where the view number is. It's under your description. So, do you know how many views maybe we have so far? And if somebody wants to stick that in, I'm not going to get mad at you if you're way off, okay? Just give a guess. How many views we've had since the channel has been revved up? And I know how many views there's been in the last 28 days, but it's been longer than that. We actually started in very early January. So this coming Friday will be 6 weeks. So 42 days that we've been doing it. And I had almost no views when I started because the channel was there for a year. The channel was there for a year without being used, other than just 5 or 10 subs and nobody and me having no content. That's very close, Anna. I'll wait for other guesses, but that's so close that it's only off by a little bit. She's a tad low, but not much. Very, very nice guess. Yeah, you just can go down to any videos you want, Marjorie. There's a lot of good videos of Philippines in there. I have maybe 1 or 2 videos that are not really about that, but 36 is low. 34 is even lower. We need to go higher. I'm sorry. I'm saying low means that the guess is low. We've got to go higher than 36. We don't want to go lower. I'm sorry about that. Misunderstanding, you know how that goes with texting and all that stuff. Have a great time, Marjorie. Thank you for coming in. And we'll go with Anna. 39,000 is very close. I do believe it might be at 39 or it's at 38.7. I don't know. As of right this moment, it could be 39. So we're going to go with 39. You got that, Anna. If it is at 40,000 and somebody goes and looks at my description and it's at 40,000, then tell the room it's 40. I don't know if it's hit 40 yet. As of earlier today, it had not hit that yet. But it is moving up. Welcome in from Africa. We got somebody from Africa in the house. Amen. Hallelujah. Love the lady. She's amazing. I haven't seen you in a while. I have stopped by your site and seen you've had kind of like a still video thing going when you're sleeping. And I've tried to leave a like and different things. It's nice that you can make it in. Hey, Amy, it's nice to see you tonight. We've got Anna in the room. We've got, it's just so many things. I like to call her Princess, but that's not really her name on the Nate one here. But she's a really nice lady. I just like to call her either Precious or Princess. I don't know why. She's just always been nice to me, and it's awesome. Yep, I decided to pop on tonight. We're going to do some more evening and morning lives. And so I don't think the morning one really helps you much, but it might help you with the having a nighttime one where Africa can stop in more often. I had for dinner tonight, we had some leftover elbow macaroni, which is rare for Filipinos, but there was an old bag of elbow macaroni that my wife decided to repurpose. So I had some of that. And I had some papaya a little bit earlier today. And so I could have a little bit of that. And I'm having some respiratory tea right here because my cold is almost gone. Like and subscribe. Like I was telling everybody else, since we have somebody from Africa in here, we're going to be helping Africa too. This thing's going to get big. God's going to work with this. This is going to be good intentions. There's going to be documentation. We're going to have videos and different things. I'm going to have a team when we go out to help or give money, even if we're just giving money, like to an orphanage, and we're not doing any real outreach, but we're giving money. We're going to take video of that. We're going to interview the person that runs the orphanage. We're going to talk to the kids about how this helps them, and you're going to get to see that right on the YouTube channel. And we're going to make it in such a way where YouTube will be fine with it. So we're going to be doing that. We got to build it first. We can't do anything until we're monetized. But if I do help out with a feeding one from the church before we monetize, I will take video of that too. And so that way you can see what the feeding would look like around here. And also I want to help an orphanage or children's home if I can, and we may help some local families here. We'll check into that because I know there's some families that are struggling here, so we may help that way too. But as it expands, we're going to help Africa. I've got a couple people already that are maybe going to start reaching out from Thailand. So you just don't know how big this could get, okay? But the first things first, it'll be the Philippines. Obviously, I want people in America to get on board in the future because, you know, America and Europe and places like that, some people can afford to give to that kind of thing. And they want to. They want to be a part of something good. I've already had quite a few people give comments going that I'm so different than some people they've seen on YouTube. But I'm unique. I get that. We're all unique. But I'm just going about this channel differently. I can't do this channel and keep all the money myself. I just can't do that. I want to help people. And so I'm not going to keep it all to myself. I will keep a little, mainly for travel. If we have to travel and do some outreaches, I got to have money to travel. And it's not that I can't use some of my own money. But if I built the channel with all the other people's help and everything, then some of that money is going to have to be used for travel. But I bet you easily 60%, maybe even in the distant future when it gets real money, real big money, we could be using 70% towards outreach only, which would be absolutely fantastic. Some people, some charities in America have got so much administration, they only give 30 or 40% to the actual people that need it. The other 60 or 70% is between travel expenses and administration. So we're not going to get that bad. We'll keep it much lower than that, I promise you. At first, it's going to be a lot that goes towards it. And we'll adjust things as we have to, and it's going to take a team. People that are like-minded and can help me through YouTube or through, I have WhatsApp, I have Telegram, I have, you know, my text on my phone, but that's an American plan, so a lot of Filipino phones won't be able to text that number. But I do have other ways to get a hold of me. If I need to have somebody communicating with me every day or every other day, I will give them some personal information in private and they can get a hold of me. The way to support right now, is be supportive of the channel and share it to other people, okay? Pro Health, I'm glad you made it in. I remember you from before. Thank God that you come back in. That's nice. The way to support right now is like my friend is doing in Springfield, Missouri. She's spreading the word about my channel because there's a lot of people that are busy with their work and they're not paying attention to YouTube. They go through the YouTube scroll, but they don't stop at the lives. They don't know if I'm even live. I've told some personal friends at the church that I'm live, and Josh has maybe looked in on it, but a lot of the people in the church are wrapped up in their lives and they're not looking at that YouTube. But as things grow, they will. And when we get partially monetized, or we may get so many subs ahead of the watch hours that we might be fully monetized with ads. We may just fully monetize at a certain point. Either way, we're either going to partially monetize and then fully monetize over the next 2 or 3 months because we're just flying with subs. And I appreciate everybody that's subbing because I promise I'm telling you the truth. If there's anything I misstate, it's going to be a very small amount of mistake because I want to help others, okay? And I've told a couple little stories that are true. I got a story today. This morning I had to go pick up laundry. Well, I don't pick the laundry up first because if I do that, I'm coming straight home on a bike. And I took a video of when they were pedaling me back to the house. I didn't do a video all the way to the house, but I did it about halfway, 3/4 of the way. Some of you may have seen that video. It was posted back 3 or 4 hours ago, and it's got, I don't know, 100 and some views, whatever. But before that, I knew I was going to run into some kids, plus I had to take a couple videos. So I went and sat and did a video over by the road. That one's posted already. And then I started walking back towards the laundromat. Well, all of a sudden, 2 of the kids that are close with me and that love me. They have a mom and a dad, but they love me as kind of like an uncle, mentor type thing. They came and gave me a hug, and I really miss those hugs. I love them, and I haven't been able to get one in the last couple of days because I've been sick, but I'm doing better. And so I took them over to the 7-Eleven. We stopped at the laundromat, got the laundry, and then we kept on going over to the 7-Eleven. And the two girls came in with me. Their names are Trixie and Rizelle Ann. They're on my posts. So if you want to see what they look like, some of the posts that I have in there, there's a short video of Trixie blowing bubbles. She's 8 years old. Rizelle Ann is 10. And they asked me very nicely if they could have an ice cream cone. Well, at first I wasn't going to do it because it's only 25 pesos a piece. So it's about two of them is less than $1, less than $1. But then I said, you know what? They treated me so nicely and went out of their way to find me instead of me finding them that I decided to get them an ice cream cone. And they really enjoyed it, and they were very thankful, and they told me thank you. And I've been teaching them to share, and so they it was funny, before they took a bite, they had me take a bite out of each one of them. So they don't care about my germs, I guess. When you're 8 and 10 years old, you're not getting sick anyway. At least they aren't. They're pretty strong kids. But overall, it was an awesome morning. And then I took the laundry home. And if I had just gone and got the laundry and gone home, I would have missed out on that little moment. So, sometimes there's just little things that make a big difference in somebody's life, And I'm going to look at the comments a minute because I might miss something or miss saying hi to some people. Hi there. Oh, it's Anna saying hi again. Hi, Thriving Expat. Oh, it's nice to see. I did get your message. I answered it. I've been, today I had an afternoon live. It's nice to see you. I'm doing an evening live. I'm going to be doing evening more often when I can. And I'll do afternoons, of course. And then for America, I'm going to be doing morning. This channel's going to help others. It's just been exploding lately. Thank you for the likes and subscribes. And we're just, it's one of them things where we have laughs too. We did have some laughs this afternoon, so it does happen. Just time to get, that's great. You get going, that's fine. Thank you for stopping in, and you comment on videos anytime you want, and I'll try to get over to your site and comment on some stuff too. I probably will check your site out tomorrow. So thank you for coming in. And I always appreciate anybody that comes into my lives. They're not always possible because they got lives they do too. They have their audience that wants to see them too. So, and it's been great, Yes, thank you, Anna. I really appreciate this. Came out of the blue for me. And I think it's been maybe a couple weeks. But she came into a live, and it may have been 2 weeks ago. It might have been a week and a half ago. I don't know. Anna only knows because I couldn't keep track of it. But I know that all of a sudden she started showing up in there. Well, I went to her site, and she's got games, which are to have nothing against games. I really don't know that much about video games anymore. I didn't have them when I was growing up, and I'm not very good at them. And so I didn't really look her site over very closely. But she kept coming to my lives. And it finally got to the point where, and I don't know, Anna, I thought I made you a moderator. Didn't I make you a moderator? You're not blue. Well, I'll take care of that problem right now. I didn't know that was a problem. You're a moderator now. This is mine. I don't know why I didn't make you a moderator this afternoon, but she's been coming in and she's been pushing my channel. And I don't know her that well, but she's supporting my channel so much in lives that I remember people like that. I'm going to remember the people that really wanted. I've got about a list of 10 people already that have really been promoting my channel. But the list is getting longer, and I'm going to remember those people. And I got one person that actually talked me into doing this. I did not want to start a channel, and it's not because I didn't want to help others. I didn't know I could do it. I didn't know if I could do lives. And I wasn't sure exactly how I was going to approach it. But then between prayer and JD from Baguio City telling me, and she does make a live once in a while. I think she's doing a live right now, so she may not be able to come in. But she told me, you want to help people. If you want to help people, YouTube is free. Okay. It's not free. It's going to take you some work, but it's free to get your message out there. Do what you got to do. Change the name of the channel. Do whatever you got to do and start working it. And I won't forget her for that. She's 27 years old. Wisdom. You got to take wisdom from anybody. It can be a little kid give you some kind of little nugget that you can use. I've learned that you got to listen. You can't judge people. You got to listen to them. Okay, if she believes in me, then I'm going to try to step up. And like I told people in the afternoon live, some of you may have heard it, some of you may not. You're some new people in here. That's fine. You can do moderator. And there's other people that be moderator. I got quite a few now I added this afternoon. They just can't be in here tonight very much. But maybe some other night they will be. But I appreciate your support. And so I'm going to remember these people that were by my side when it was not easy. My very first live, I went 2.5 minutes. Now, somebody's going to be giggling going, why'd you go 2.5 minutes and not a half hour? Because I was scared and I shut the camera off. Before anybody came in the room, I shut it off. I said, no, I don't know if I like this. I don't know if I like looking at myself. I do like looking at myself in the mirror, but I guess I was scared of what I was going to say. So I went and thought about it a while, put some ideas down on paper, and just started working it out of ideas that I have on my notes from the Bible. And then I've gone from there. And then we're going to talk about supporting kids and doing the great things. That's what we're going to be at. Yeah, Anna, not everybody is that way. Okay, believe it or not, it's amazing. I've run into some people that were in the United States that didn't like me raising money for Africa. I don't know why. I'm helping people that don't have money and need money. And it's like they were mad at me because I was doing it and they weren't doing it. And I offered to let them help me raise money. And they said, no, I want to do it myself. I want to do it. Well, you didn't have the idea. God's working through me. And it's like, so if God's working through me, that idea is kind of mine. Okay. Now I'll work with you and you can work as a team with me. But they wanted to take over the whole thing and just kick me off to the side. Well, no, I'm not going to let you do that. So, people get these weird attitudes. Helping others is a team. It's going to take a team of people to do this. It's not going to take one person, Yeah, you're doing fantastic. Even if you can't give financially that much, you being here for me before it actually monetizes is amazing. And guess what? You're going to be with me the whole way because now you're hooked in. Now you're going to want to see what happens, right? So you're going to be here. And the money will come. God will have the money come. I have to make the connections. And there's a lot of great connections that have not even found me yet. I'm just on the beginning. I had one live a couple of days ago that was 84 likes in the afternoon. This afternoon it was 36. I had another time where it was 44. So afternoon gets a lot of likes. But tonight we're already to 30. I've had one other evening live. I think I had one or two other evening lives. I've never had 30 likes at night. So we're already at 30. And people are starting to find me. And it's also nice that we have people from other countries and stuff. We got Philippines, but we got Africa. We got a bunch of different things. I've seen Australia before. I've seen, we had one guy that was serving in Afghanistan that came into my room. He didn't stay long, mainly because he was probably on active duty, and they're not allowed to be on their phone only certain times. So you just don't know who's going to come into the room. So we're going to keep moving forward. Like and subscribe. I've gone an hour and 10 minutes already, and my voice is hanging in there. If anybody, Yeah, what we got here? Hey, how you doing? Awesome. I'm glad you're able to make it in. Yep, you just small in the small ways that you can help, Anna. Some things that are small or big. Okay, the people who believe in me and know that I'm real, them are the people that you want to believe in your own life. Okay, uh, not everybody has that. Some people die alone. They have nobody. That's not going to happen to me. I've got lots of young people in my life. Uh, so I'm not going to die alone. Um, Between my wife and family members and people that love me as family and a daughter that's turning 10 in May, I've got people that will love me for a long time. So we're going to stay around and we're going to do good, right? And my dad doesn't really understand the YouTube channel thing, but my sister does, my sister Linda. And believe it or not, Kevin's into that stuff, my brother. But he doesn't keep track of what I'm doing. He loved it when I was raising money for Africa, but he doesn't know that I'm doing a YouTube channel and we're going to take that money in the future and we're going to put it into helping people. And he's going to get fired up about that. And he's got friends all over the world too, because as I told people in the last couple lives, and the newer people in here may not have heard that, they built the Dominator cars, which are the tornado cars that are going across the United States chasing tornadoes and getting data from tornadoes. So, Dominator 3 is active. Dominator 2 might be. I don't know about Dominator 1. I think it might be in a museum. That one may be obsolete now. But the other two, I think, are still going. And so my family has done a lot of interesting things that have traveled around the world. And I've gotten to travel to 4 continents. I'm not bragging. God made it so I could go to those places. I had to raise money for one of those and then raised money for Africa another 6 years. That's why when I talk to somebody in Kenya and they go, "Why do you care about African people?" Well, I've been there. I was in Kenya for 14 days. I was in Africa for 24 days in 2019. Plus, I love the African people, and I've kept in contact with a few people the last 6 years. But I'm trying to get those contacts really going again, because when this thing blows up big in the future, I want to be able to help Africa, and I want to go back to Africa. So, there's things that I can dream of. Doesn't mean I'm going to get to do it, but my vaccine is still good. So we may want to go back. And I'd have to take a team with me. There'd have to be at least two people that got to go with me to Africa, because you just can't go there alone. It's just not safe. Even the apostle, the head senior pastor of our church, took another person with him when he went to Africa in 2024. It's just not a good thing to show up in Kenya or any African country without some support around you. So that's out in the future. You gotta think big. Somebody asked me, "Would you help Vietnam?" Yeah, Tina Marie right now is visiting Vietnam, and if it gets to that point, 2, 3, 4, 5 years out, and we're helping all kinds of different nations, we're going to add nations if we can find the right contacts to get money to somebody where it really helps. We just don't want to get scammed, right? We're trying to, we've already had that happen in the Philippines. A couple people have tried that already. So we got to be careful with that. But other than that, God's going to give us clear paths of how to help. I've already got a good 3 or 4 things that are going to happen here in the Philippines. And I've got one easy pathway to get money to Africa through our church in Springfield, Missouri. All the money I give to that would go straight to Africa. It does not get watered down by church costs and things like that. If it's given to missions, it all goes to missions. So we can give through that website real easy. So that will not be a problem. And I will tell you what kind of money we're giving out. And you're going to find out, And I won't give numbers in here, but I'll have a team and I will give those numbers to them, and then they can get information out there as need be. We got to be careful with putting financial information on YouTube. Hackers and other people are watching. So you got to be careful. But we're going to do a lot of videotaping of outreaches and different things that we do. And it's just going to be amazing. And it's going to be very rewarding, because even if you didn't give, but you've been supportive of this and you've subscribed and you've liked videos and you've done things to help and you've made my watch hours go up by looking at something, guess what? You're part of it. You don't have to give money to be part of it. Read the Bible. The Bible says there's rewards with anybody that is in the middle of God's work. Anything that's being done to help people come to Christ, anybody involved in that is going to get some rewards for that. Okay? So there's blessings there, even if you can't give money. So if you get that thought that you don't have the money, first of all, be believing God give it to you. Second of all, save a little up. We're not ready to monetize or do that yet. It's going fast, but it's good. We got some months to go here. But I was thinking May or June, but now I'm thinking, man, we could partially monetize in April, the way it's going right now. If I can get the watch hours up and get them to 3,000 by April sometime, we can partially monetize then. So we'll just see how they explode. So far, the watch hours have been starting to inch up a lot faster than they were. And so we're going to work on that. But yeah, I love you guys. I love all of you. It's been a fantastic night. If you have anything in the chat that you want to put in for a question, do it now, because I think in about 5 minutes I'm going to call it quits for tonight. I love all of you. I love that you've liked and subscribed. If somebody new from Africa or something pops in, I can wait for that and see. But I just do love the Filipino people, the African people, and I love the USA too. I've been communicating with the USA, and I'm not against it. It's just cheaper to live here. I can't work full-time anymore. I can full-time this channel, because this is not physical work. This is mental work. Sitting on a pillow and then standing up and maybe walking with the camera a little bit is not hard on me. What's hard on me is being on my feet for 8 or 12 hours straight at work. It's hard on me. I can't really do it anymore. My feet won't take it. Going to the night market for dinner and live entertainment. Awesome, Tita Marie. Go have fun. We've had a great night live. You can rewatch it in the future when you got time. Enjoy yourself in Vietnam and tell people there about me, and tell them that I love them. I love people all around the world, okay? So I love your friends and family. Go have fun. And just tell them what I'm doing. You don't have to push the YouTube channel right now. Do that some other time. But tell them what I'm doing. And I love you. And she's been really one of those people like Anna that's really been pushing this channel and really has been getting in there and digging. So I love it. And we got new people too. Hey, I love it. There's another one that's been kind of quietly supporting my channel. She can't always make it in on live. She just popped in and said hello to me. Joanne, I think it's Joanne. It could be the Jonah. I think it might be Jonah. I think that's what it is, how it's spelled to me. But she's awesome, okay? And she's got her own channel, and she's doing her own thing, but she likes what we're doing here, okay? And so she gives that quiet support. I may go into her live for like 5 minutes and ask her a question, or let her encourage me or give a nice word or something, and then I'll pop back out. So yeah, and it's I'll come to your live stream. I'll try to check when it's coming, and I'll try to coordinate with it, because Vietnam is not that much different time-wise from us, maybe just a couple time zones, so it shouldn't be too bad. I should be able to try to get in on that. As long as I'm not sleeping, I'll pop in on it. I can rewatch too, but it's good if I'm in on your live stream, so I will definitely try that. And you can work on the followers then. Just enjoy your dinner, and yes, you're welcome. I do appreciate your support, Jonah. I know that I don't get into your lives as much as I should, but I try to pop in there 2 times at least while you're on live. And sometimes I can stay longer. Sometimes I got something going on. 1 hour behind. No, that's not bad at all. Well, that's good. Yeah, so if you happen to pop in the morning, I may be able to hit your live stream then. If you do something in the afternoon, I'll keep an eye on your site. I'll definitely get on your site more and make sure that I know what's coming up. I love you guys, and I'm glad I stayed on a little longer because I ended up having Tina Marie and Jonah come in. Now, everybody here is special to me, okay, because you're supporting me, you're liking, you're subscribing, or you're just coming in to see what the action is or what we're doing, okay? That's great. Oh, you're from Uganda. Wow. Yes, I've been to Africa. I have a friend in the capital city of Uganda. Is that pronounced Kampala? I'm not sure if it's pronounced that way, but I have a friend there. I've had somebody there for about 5 years, and I was in Kenya, Malawi, and Zambia back in 2019. So I love the African people. So make sure to like and subscribe and put a comment on one of my videos, and I'll subscribe to you and I'll get connected to you, okay? I love people in Uganda, and I love the African people. Yeah, and have just, so I want the Filipino people to understand, just because I love you don't mean I don't love other nations. I love other countries. But of course, Filipino people, they're a little special to me. I'm kind of married to a Filipino, so you'd think I'd kind of be a little bit special, right? Yeah, and then, well, this is the new one. That's fine. Well, I'll say if this is true, Adapt, we will say a prayer for you that you can get resolution for that. It's really hard when things like that happen to you. There's a lot of rejection in life. I was rejected a lot when I was young, but that kind of stuff is really hard. So I'll say a prayer for you right now. Jesus, please bring this person, this lady into. I want you to work through her thoughts, Lord. Work through her. Give her comfort and give her wisdom on what to do, Lord, in this situation. And may everything in the end work out so that she can move forward in a positive and awesome way. And we know that you can watch over everything, God. So give her comfort, give her wisdom, and may you make it so that this is not something that's traumatizing to her. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. It's just good to, you need that comfort, okay? And, I already don't think I like this one right here. I don't like non-productive stuff. I don't care for that much. We can remove that, okay? I don't like it. If you're going to put it, I'll time out you if you're going to keep putting messages that I can't really understand what you're doing. That's fine. I want to give you more strength. That's what you need. That's what God can do for you, okay? We can pray and agree together, and then God can make it happen, okay? And I'm glad I waited because I would have missed out on praying for this lady. Because sometimes you think these messages are not true or somebody, but no, people really have real problems. I had to pray somebody with cancer just the other day. You just never know. And you make sure that you like and subscribe, okay? I promise I will not demand anything from you. We're here to help others, okay? And if you connect to me and leave a comment in one of my videos, it don't have to be anything more than a heart, I will be able to subscribe back to you, and then you'll be connected, okay? And if you need more prayer, you can in a comment, you can go, David, could you please pray for me? And I'll put a prayer as a big, long comment prayer. And then that way you can read it back to yourself and have that comfort and strength, okay? We cannot be ignoring people's problems, okay? People are struggling out there. Things are going on. Now, the problem she has is a big deal for her, okay? Now, that problem's been going on for lots of many years. But you know what? To her, it's something that's just happened, okay? So we have to be tender to that. At first, I had to see if it was a real message. And it is. It's somebody real, okay? So we have to be wishing her comfort and strength and be able to move forward in a positive way. And remember, God loves you. And if you don't believe that, you can keep coming back for more encouragement from me until you do believe that God loves you, okay? Things happen. I got a bad cold. It's not that bad. Compared to that, it's nothing. But, I do care about people. I know I haven't met you, but you connect to me and I will be your friend, okay? I promise. And we'll, if we have to do more prayer, we'll do more prayer. God can touch the situation right now. And we also had a thing about forgiveness. But, you're not ready for that right now. What you just do is use that strength from the prayer and make sure that you keep yourself, know that you're special, okay? Because, and we do get attached to people, don't we? We get to loving people. And you're going to have to find out why he cheated. And personally, it just depends on the situation. So we're going to be believing God that he gives you clarity, wisdom on what you're going to do next. Just remember, anger don't work. Revenge don't work. You're going to have to pray, wisdom, use friends like me, other people in the room, or people that you have to make it so that you make good decisions, okay? And strength through it all. And remember, he's not the only person in the world that you can fall in love with. God has many different people that could come into your life and be friends, or that one person that can be there for you for the rest of your life. So no getting down on yourself, okay? Positivity. Even in a bad situation, try to be positive. It'll help you. I'm going to get going now. And make sure you leave a comment, young lady. I don't know exactly what your name is. If you want to give me your name before I leave, give me your name. Because out of this Adapt Stories, I don't really know what your name is. But I'll stay here until I see your name. And if you can give me that, or you can, Manya. Okay. Manya, leave a comment in one of my videos. You can do it tomorrow. You can do it tonight, whenever. I'll see it. And I will try to get a comment back to you, okay? And then that way we're connected, because I can sub you and we can connect. So I love you. God loves you. And I've got to get going now because I got to get some rest, and I'm going to get a good night's sleep. And I love all of you. Thank you for everybody coming in. And I'm glad I stayed, because Manya, I don't know if you knew this, but I was going to leave about 1 minute before you came in. And I didn't. For some reason, I didn't. So God wanted that prayer to you, okay? So we're all good. Everybody have a great night. I love you all, and we'll talk soon. And we'll have another live, maybe 2 lives tomorrow. Okay, love you. All right. Yeah.